Show your bling and let me shine you.
Bentley, have you heard anything from Carmelita?
Sorry, very nice, Sly. Getting a shot at that pterodactyl took some skill.
Yeah. Let's come back when I don't look so appetizing.
Sly 300, nice dude.
Perfecto, Sly. Okay, that conveyor belt does not belong here. The question is, what is it being used for? Sly, I'm picking something up. Look for a building that resembles an arena.
Oh, come on. Yeah, that was close to my goal. Now it's like a
Okay,
second off, I
no
think.
way this guy dug that bling up around here.
Something like
No, you're
that.
absolutely right, Sly. He definitely doesn't belong here. This whole place demands
Maybe a
an
little less.
investigation. Let's start by figuring out who we're dealing with here.
Probably didn't quite lose a second from
Good job, Sly.
the
Now
photo
head back to
at
the
the end.
hideout.
Nice.
No, it was the second. That's right.
There's something going on inside that arena, Sly.
Cool. Maybe I can catch a rock concert. Get it? Cavemen, rocks, and I'm guessing it's not a swap meet.
It's because those aren't the job names. Those are nicknames for the splits that I've created based on something in the job.
Still no word from Carmelita?
Don't worry, Sly. I'm sure we'll hear from her soon.
So the sorry Sly, very nice Sly from the previous split was because if you take the first picture optimally, Bentley will say sorry Sly, very nice Sly, like he completely cuts off his previous dialogue,
Watch yourself,
and it sounds
Sly.
really weird.
Don't alert the guard.
I hear you, pal.
Then this one, like no tusks, no ladies, that's from one of the conversations.
Look who's at the party.
Like when you're in the crawling space, one of the cutscenes with, or the cutscene in the crawling space that we skip, in that one, the Mammoths talk about how the Paradox took away some of their friends' tusks, and how they're not gonna be able to impress ladies anymore now that they don't have tusks. The next one, standard exercises, is like Murray calls the exercises that you do in that job your standard exercises to Bob, and then he reacts, and Murray's like, okay, maybe not your standard exercises, but they're Murray approved.
Outstanding,
So I
Sly.
implemented
That
that.
skin is just
Yeah, so on, so on.
perfect, Sly.
The only job in the entire game that I still haven't figured out a good name for is the very first one in episode 1, photo
Got
op.
it, Sly.
So it's the only split that isn't nicknamed.
Sly, you can even use that outfit to take out enemies from a distance. Try targeting the Sly. This is amazing.
It's 15 finish.
Facial features, fur length,
Pretty,
tail volume,
like,
and
a
according
mid
to
to
Mo,
late one though.
that cave raccoon is definitely your
So what would this
ancestor.
be?
I believe you found the very first Cooper.
This would be like a
Sure, I
late
see the
538
resemblance, but I'll take your word
to
for it.
early
Hey, big
539.
guy, what do you say we get out of here?
More like a late 538 though. So we're gonna be losing a little bit of time, but pretty good split. This isn't
Well,
the splits
no,
where I
we've
expected
never
a
met,
lot of time save
but
anyways.
a reliable source tells me we're distantly related. I'm not sure what to say. It's truly amazing to meet you. What's your name? My name's Sly. Sly Cooper. What's yours? Right.
I could do
How about I
that,
just
yeah.
call you Bob?
Some other suggestions I heard last stream was like generic recon mission,
Come on, follow me.
welcome to Japan. They really like we're not
Okay,
alone.
I guess we'll do it your way.
Would probably want to like figure out a more creepy way to state it though. Well, it's just gonna be a short name, so we're not alone. Wouldn't be too bad, I guess. We are not quite at the RNG, but we are in the first RNG split. We have a little section of actual skill first. And then a little section of if you fail this, you're an idiot. And yeah. First the cutscene skips, which is skill, then if you fail this, you're an idiot, which is the events. And then once you've done all 6 events once, then the RNG starts. Also, I'm pretty sure there should be some music here, which means we lost music in load. Oh, never mind, I can hear it. I guess it was just really low. going pretty good. Had a few failed menus, but overall very good. Nice. Got all the skips. Yeah, we didn't lose music. It's just the music wanted to be weird there for some reason. That happens sometimes as well. This game is weird with music. It just gives you music whenever it feels like it. It's probably mainly because we play like PSN download with like change from having an HDD, which you have normally in a PS3, to an SSD to load faster, so it doesn't like always load in music fast enough. Something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the technical reason.
Would get irritable.
It's weird about music. It happened on last playthrough. Yeah.
Make those penguins fly.
Whenever you have the music disappear, one way to get it to come back is to restart the game, which is a bit annoying, but you have to do that. And it means we can't really get music back in runs. So for like full any % runs, you usually see music disappear pretty early, and then you have like no music for the rest of the run. Which is kinda sad. Other than that, the run's fine. What's up, Jorge? See, telling at it. I believe this is the fastest I've done this section. Yeah, this by 1 second, it's the fastest I've done this section. But now comes the RNG.
Everything at once, sort of like a triple-decker pizza. You know what you gotta do. Now make the Murray
I'm
proud.
9 seconds ahead of gold at the moment. Let's see what the RNG is gonna do to me. Nice. Swing isn't bad RNG, but that one is kind of bad RNG.
Now show me.
Well, honestly, it's not the worst RNG, especially early on, since there's a lot of slow ones, but that's the only one which you can kill yourself quickly, and you don't actually lose time from failing an event. So it's actually a lot faster to fail that event than to complete this one. Bad RNG though. if you complete every event, this is the second longest, but because the egg balancing one you can fail so quickly, this is actually the longest. No, not again! Okay, that's bad, RNG. Getting sumo twice. Gold pace is looking kinda rough. Unless I get like the slingshot that's dead. Might even be dead regardless. Yeah, it's dead regardless. I just lost like 11.5 seconds on the RNG section. Nice, dude.
Yeah, looking good.
Imagine thinking you'll gold in an RNG split. Oh man.
Nice. Stay in the zone, Bob.
What's up, Chisel? How are you doing? Is Sly 1 on PS3 and Sly 2 on PS2.
Now you're
We do the opposite in speedruns. Or well, technically we do Sly 1 on PS3, but on a backwards compatible one. So we still use a PS2 disc. Your surgery scar is slinging like crazy? Oh no. Oh god, this seems like bad RNG. Oh my god, you didn't even want to auto-target. Come on! Auto-target, please! Yeah, I just lost like 4 seconds.
Okay, Bob. I know Murray got you laughing down
Between
here
bad
around
guard
up.
spawns and Murray refusing to auto-target.
The powerful press the X button to jump across any gaps in the rock.
I'm good.
Slide down quickly, press and hold the
Though I'm
R1
not
button.
enjoying this RNG. I did kinda sign up for it though by deciding to do EP3 runs, so I can't complain too much.
You'll have to jump across that gap. Very nice. You really are a natural. Watch out for ice beetles. Look out for ice beetles. These things give a hole. Watch out for those pterodactyl eggs. You don't want to wind up with egg on your face. Sorry, just a little interesting here. This must be the supply portion of this egg operation. I wonder what Bill why the pterodactyls are all riled up. Liz is stealing all their eggs. Good, you're almost to the nest. Yes, there's the sprocket. Careful, it looks like she's gone, but you never know.
I skipped what, Chase?
Don't make those babies. We don't want to attract Mama Pterodactyl.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's only possible on PlayStation 2. There's a glitch
Careful. You do not want
to
to fall
skip
from that height.
the Neela chase in EP5 Operation. I don't remember quite how it works, but that's a thing. So it's actually fastest in specifically episode 5 to play on a Korean or a NTSC-J backwards compatible PS3 with a Korean PS2 Slide 2, but there's no one who bothers doing that for just that one episode. Most people don't care that much about episode runs anyways.
Nice.
Yeah, PlayStation 2, the game is very dark in general, but especially EP4 and 5 that are darker than the rest of the game. They brightened the game a lot in the HD remake, which was a very nice decision. Or they made the game brighter, I should say, not brightened the game. Alright, the biggest RNG of this entire episode. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, little guy.
Yeah, I can see that. Nice!
Here, little penguin.
We take those.
Promise I won't squeeze you too hard. Okay. Come on.
Hello?
Here, little penguin.
Is this an LB split?
Promise I won't squeeze
This doesn't
you
seem
too
like it.
hard.
I never get good RNG, what is this? There we go.
Here, little penguin.
That seems more like me.
I promise. Here, little penguins. I promise.
That's a
I
nice
won't
spawn.
Squeeze you too hard.
Nice. Hold on tight.
Okay, buddy.
Keep it up. We're almost
Exactly, Chisel, you got it. It's not actually my gameplay. Just had the MSA play this episode for me.
Camouflage.
Grab him, Murray. That's the last one.
Sorry, pal.
And that's a gold. It's just barely off MSA's
Big
gold.
deal. So I make birds barf.
Yeah, but you're the best I've ever seen.
Really?
He had even better RNG
Gee,
than
thanks,
this.
Bentley. Hey, you know what?
He
I think I'm
reset
getting
checkpoint
hungry.
once because he didn't get the optimal spawn, and the rest he always got the optimal spawn. So yeah, that's
Lovely.
3 seconds off MSA's gold. Still an insane storming hippo though. Take that anytime. I don't know why I didn't fall off properly, but getting knocked by the guard like that was actually kind of nice. So it wasn't too bad.
SCADA systems?
Because
Check.
the guard
Guard
knocked me
ammo?
over
Check.
the ledge,
Tire pressure?
so I
Check.
didn't have to like either jump or run
Just
around
be
it.
prepared, Sly. A
I
field
could just
operative can never be
get
too
tossed
careful.
in that direction, so it might even have been
They're good
faster to get
reference.
hit by him.
Those ice caves are a textbook example of a villain's hidden operation.
Relax.
Though getting stuck like
Simple.
that when trying to
Use
go
the
off
thermovision to find
definitely
Chris.
didn't save
Tag
time.
him with the homing dart and let him lead us to his lair. Avoid
Yeah, I had
physical
insane
obstacles or
RNG, dude.
bloodthirsty guards along the way, of course.
Right. Simple.
I had
I'll
2
see you
optimal
back at the
spawns, and then one I had to reset for, and then one second best spawn, followed by the best follow-up spawn towards the second best spawn.
A dead end? I think not. Time to use the
So I didn't need to
thermovision.
reset then, I could just go straight to that one.
They look like switches.
That's kinda bad. But it didn't lose too much time.
This must be how Grizz moves the eggs back to... Whoa, that's a huge egg. I need to get out of the way. Use those gaps in the walls to... This is like some kind of bad dream.
I waited a bit this time because so many times now that egg has deflected the bomb. I mean the...
I better
or
use
never
the
mind.
thermovision to see which guard
I was about to
best
say the
protects.
community summon best should be 48xx now, but I just remembered that wasn't a community gold. It's still a little bit off MSA's gold.
Great. Now do you... Well, shake this down. No way I'm going out as egg salad. I'll never eat an omelet again.
Hey, don't forget, breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Ugh, I'd much rather sleep in late. Time to put the dart gun to good use.
Great shot, Bentley.
I went super safe there because I hate
Can't
going
shoot
forward
through all
there.
this ice.
You need to move.
I think this job is going to require 3 darts just to be on the safe side. Stupid machine!
Just keep moving.
Yeah,
Bentley.
Jorge mainly
Don't have
does
much time.
Slight 2. Though he has done a tiny bit
Yeah, I
of
shot the guy
all of the
twice.
Sly games.
Sorry, the rhyming is contagious.
And also this is an insane split.
Yeah, the Grizz is gonna crush that little nerd.
My gold is super good, so I don't ever expect to tie it.
Nice.
Like a sub 450 is insane. And yeah, Chisel has started learning episode runs of Slight 2. Not just boring job, but demoralizing job. And the main reason I say demoralizing is because, at least for speedruns it's demoralizing. It's that most of the time you won't skip all the dialogues.
You see, I'm
Like-
hairy and scary and all of that stuff. Get the heck out of my way.
I've gotten
or
one
I'm
of the
gonna get
dialogue
rough.
skips
Work.
consistently, so that at least one of them I can get consistently. But the other one that I've ever gotten, I've only gotten twice. So yeah, you like constantly know that you could be saving time to getting dialogue skips. So like here, it's not just that I'm waiting for him, it's that I know it's theoretically possible to skip this dialogue, but I have no idea how to do it. So it's like, yep, I just gotta sit back and wait now. Instead of him going forward.
Now you need to hook me up. Hook me up.
Welcome back, Chisel.
Hold up. I'm losing signal. Hold up. I said I'm losing signal. I said, hold on. I can't. Hold on.
Chisel, I've never skipped this one. Though I've heard it's possible to skip this one. I've heard at least one person getting once each dialogue skip. There was one that MSA for a moment thought was impossible, which is the third one, but Mikkel's gotten it once apparently. Yeah, this second one here is the other one that I've gotten, outside of the one I have down consistently. I've gotten it twice. I don't know. I did basically the same thing both times, but I don't know which aspect of what I did caused it. Nope, didn't get it.
Now listen up. The eggs are running out here, but I need to keep my paint production going, so I need you to find me the resources. What? I don't know. You know, like chickens, turkey, ostriches, parrot, frog. How would I know? Just make it happen.
Something happened, which means you have to delay it. Yeah, that sucks.
I gotta find some reception.
And yeah, this is the one coming up over here. It's the one I talked about as the third one that only Mikkel has gotten.
Good point. Forget I asked.
Yeah, you hear how Bentley and Sly talk about the dialogue after it's happened. Basically what dialogue skipping does, it does that, like when he picks up the phone, instead of the Grizz talking, it immediately skips to Sly and Bentley talking about the conversation, as if it's already happened. And then basically it prevents the Grizz from just standing still and talking to the Paradox a lot. It also sometimes it also for the last one makes him start running faster.
So I gotta deal with that, and I don't see you giving me any help. No help. No.
Like for the one I've done consistently to get.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
That one, if you don't skip the cutscene, he will go forward and he will stand and wait while talking, and then once he's done he will start running. But if you get it, he will walk with the phone, because he's not programmed to stop until a certain point there. And then
I feel so sorry for
once Sly and Bentley are done talking about it, he will immediately start running. So you save like 20 seconds there. But each skip saves like somewhere between like 12 and 20 seconds. We don't have exact data on how much each saves. The only one I know is the one I get like all the time, which is the fourth one, which saves 20 seconds. I could time the second one as well, since I've gotten it. I just haven't bothered doing it. Run on those ropes, yeah. It's a really nice ability. It's actually the second best gadget for speedruns, in terms of how much time it saves. Only trumped by Trigger Bomb. However, Trigger Bomb is pretty expensive, so Rail Sprint ends up being better overall for any percent runs.
I'm finding this all
There you go. That's a dialogue skip. And like there, He's already done now. Instead of usually it stops here, and also he will be walking all the way up there. So it saves like 20 seconds. Yeah, they're a lot better. It also shows in time save again, where like gadgets save like no time. And honestly, if Adrenaline Burst wasn't sectioned into Adrenaline Burst and Adrenaline Burst Plus, and just the Adrenaline Burst Plus is what you got, if you bought Adrenaline Burst, that gadget would be really good, I think. But like,
You give me the eggs I need for my
it's still
paint,
not
or
better
I
than
climb the
regular
roof of the
Adrenaline Burst
and squeeze 'em out of you myself.
from Slay 2
You
and
got
3.
that, player? Hello? Hello? Why you did that? Damn!
Oh, I was so
Yeah.
close!
I guess that means you didn't get the code?
Sly 1 powers aren't really all
Looks like
that,
we're
except
back
for
to
like
square one.
I guess
Yeah.
the bear got away, huh?
the one that stops
Carmelita,
you from taking damage from
it's
water and
good to see you.
falling.
Uh-huh. I'm only
Rolling is
talking to
nice.
you
I really
because
like
have
that
some
one.
information for Bentley.
And then fast
I've
is
been
good
getting
for
quiz on my
speedruns, I
own,
guess.
And I have the security codes and full schematics for his mountain
Since we
base.
Wow.
do timing in real time.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So you'll get it to Bentley for me?
Of course. I'm headed back to the hideout now. But wouldn't you rather hand it to him
Yeah,
yourself?
since I got the same
Maybe
amount
I
of
should.
cutscene skips
After all,
and
you're not exactly trustworthy, are
didn't
you?
mess up going to the job trigger, this should be
So,
basically the same time as
we're
in
good.
PB here.
Right?
Don't push your luck.
My
on
gold
me.
here has 2 dialogue skips.
Nice.
Still saved 0.5 seconds somewhere. Either from a load being slightly faster, or from going to the job trigger, or even menuing for the cutscene skip at the beginning. I don't know. Oh yeah, stun is good. Stun is really nice casually. It's kind of pointless in speedruns though, which kind of sucks. Oh my god. Should I just start jumping there? It might even be worth it, because I keep getting stuck a lot now. I didn't used to get stuck, I don't know. Also, can we just point out how Slice Kane literally went through him? Like, will he hit this time? Hey, now Slice Kane wants to work.
Okay, this is our ticket inside. Carmelita, you'll be riding with Murray. Sly, you're with Bob and myself.
Carmelita, are you sure you'll be alright?
Of course. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, I wouldn't want you to catch cold or something, sitting in that other car.
Don't worry, Ringtail. I have my shock pistol to keep me warm.
This is my stop. If I open those piston valve covers, they should function as this. I need to get on that egg lift. I bet if I disable that egg vat, this maintenance bridge will rise. Looks like those vats are wind powered. Hey! Excellent!
I think I've lost a little bit of time to PB, but my PB loses some time later on, so it's fine. Not to mention that I have a lot of time to spare to get my goal of sub 50. Oh my god, that's a great cycle. Motion control is kinda annoying. I did kinda have to squeeze through, but it was mainly because I was kinda slow. Well, I wasn't that slow. It's nice at least that I was fast enough to capitalize on that cycle. Guess it was just barely that I squeezed through there.
Great! I just need to make it to that ledge.
And yeah, that hitbox is kind of... Hello?
I just can't let these ballots turn.
Oh my god, that's so stupid. Why the fuck, game? It just didn't want to give him a hover. I straight up didn't have my hover for some reason. There we go, this time I had my hover. I still don't get why it ever took it away, but nice to know that apparently that can happen. That's a ton of time loss. I'm like 15 seconds behind where my PB was in this split at the moment. As mentioned, I do have a lot of time save potential, but there's only so much of the job left, you know, that I can save time in. It's worth noting though that my gold or my PB died here. So me not dying there saves some time. Like, this is only a little bit behind PB here, I think. Looking at the time. Maybe not even behind even. I don't quite remember, but it was something like 5:30. Like, just under 5:30, something like that. That I was here in PB. Oh yeah, I fell down here as well in PB. So now I should be ahead. I had that stupid thing happen in PB, I completely forgot.
I think you might want to use the paraglider here, Sly.
Yeah, I was... Actually, I must have misread what time I had after the Bob section, because I'm a tiny bit on PB at this point, even with making up that time. Or I just completely forgot all my times in this segment. I don't know. At this point I would have to fuck up a lot to not get sub 50. Which is nice. Having that leeway. I would pretty much have to die somehow. And the Grizz deals like no damage. So it's like almost impossible to die.
You can't do what I do. No way you can copy the Grizz.
Maybe you need training wheels.
Ha! You think you can stick to this? Ha! Let's see if you can match these moves. You try and keep up.
was like 6 seconds behind PB, I believe. I'm pretty sure I was done that first phase 8:05 in PB. So that puts it more into perspective where I am. This is actually still a decent play, even with that bullshit. Honestly, there was nothing I really fucked up. It was just the game refused to give me my hover for some reason. Like, that's the only time loss I've had. The rest was completely fine. Like in this operation. So that's nice. That I was able to perform that well in operation. I was just about to jump, but I was in the middle of a punch. Yeah, it's not like Sly 1 where they have like no checkpoint in bosses. Well, sometimes they have, but like almost none. $10:01? Isn't that what I had here in PB? Did I really save like all of those seconds I was behind? Damn it. Honestly, I don't remember. I should stop saying, oh, this is the time I had in PB, because I have no idea, as you can say. As you can hear, not as you can say. Or, I guess you could say it. Not the point.
No way you catching the G train!
Oh, that was too early. God damn it. I need to stop trying to go early until I figure out the exact timing. I know you can go a bit earlier than when the game starts to freeze, but it's not. I'm not quite sure the exact timing yet.
You try and keep up, big stuff. Let's see if you can match these moves. Ha! You think you can skate to this? You can't do what I do.
The Murray is a skating machine!
No way you can copy the grid.
The Murray can do that in his sleep!
Hell yeah. Not just sub 50, but sub 4930. Hell yeah.
Thanks, guys.
That's really
I
nice.
guess this makes up for all my screw-ups lately.
Murray, we all make mistakes. It happens. But it doesn't matter because we're a team.
The funniest
and
thing
we
is
all
the
have each
biggest
other's
time
backs.
loss of the run
That's why we're on
wasn't
team.
RNG
Yeah,
in
what
episode
he
3.
said.
It was
Today,
that
you were the
one
hero, Murray.
friggin' time where the game was like,
Forget it.
actually we're gonna remove your hover. Bentley can't hover anymore.
Anybody